are not fast walkers, crosswalk stoppers, or look left and look righters. And if you hit us with your car, we better fucking die or else we'll give you a problem. Welcome to Baltimore City. It is the greatest city in America, at least so says the park benches. Home of the big rats, land where we hide them under the covers. People tend to ask me if living in Baltimore is like The Wire. And yes, it's kind of like The Wire. I mean, no, it used to be like The Wire because everything that was The Wire is being wound and bound and sold up to the east or the west or the south because the only open walls in Baltimore are being saved for artistic imports to bring in gentrifying hands and choke out any last breath before these cities can breathe any more of its own, to make the benches a little less of a joke, to make these benches a little less of somebody's home. And people tend to ask me if it's dangerous living amongst addicts and thieves. And no, we're not all dangerous and we're not all addicts either, but we all know the smell of danger and we all know a couple of addicts too, because this is Smaltimore. Where the enemy of my enemy is somebody I haven't met yet, but 5 to 10 of my closest friends know their life stories perfectly. This city, though, is not my city. I am as much of a cause of the gentrification that I stand against, a transplant of already damaged goods. There's roughly 13,000 abandoned buildings in Baltimore. Roughly 5,000 homeless visit it annually, but people don't talk about those things as much. If they did, I'd say that's just numbers. I would say that there is a one-legged homeless man who frequents the blocks between Penn Station and my old college campus, and how he's living off of the kindness of strangers, but my kind of kindness doesn't have a dollar sign, so I share my lunch with him one day. He tells me about his brother, who was stabbed to death over 20 years ago, and there was never a funeral. There's never a place for him to bury his remains. There's no place for this man to remain anymore. And when I have to leave, I tell him, my name is Alan. I hope you have a good day. He says, thanks, Alan. My name's Tony. God bless. And I'm not a religious person, but I understand the power of getting by, and we are all just getting by under each brick paved over top of us, because this is what Baltimore City is like. It's a land of blue light lullabies, wired fences, and holding fast, and it is the greatest city in America, regardless of the park benches. Thank you.